And turn over to our local forecast. Let's take a look at those current temperatures because you need to brace yourself for this bitterly cold start to the day. And we've got about a 10 or so degree difference just from areas in around Ottumwa, Albia, Fairfield along Highway 34 to 18 degrees there along Highway 36. So 7 right now is the coldest temperature in Ottumwa, 9 in Centerville, 17 in Kirksville, and then 18 from Brookfield through Macon. But it feels just a lot colder outside. The coldest so far I have seen was a wind chill value at 10 below zero, and that occurred in Ottumwa a little bit earlier, right before GMH got started. So you're looking at wind chill values ranging anywhere from about 10 below to just shy of their actual air temperatures outside. So layer up, bundle up, get your heavy coats, your hats, your gloves, scarves, all of that. Make sure you're not dealing with any exposed skin as you get your day started, and then don't expect to see much relief except in the form of just plentiful sunshine. We're going to get a lot of sunshine across the area today, but it's not going to do enough to really help push those temperatures anywhere close to the seasonal average for this time of year, and that average is about 40 degrees. So we're looking at 24, 25 highs today, just in the mid-20s for us underneath those sunnier skies and winds out of the northwest. Overnight tonight, clear skies and temperatures falling into the low teens. However, it will not feel as cold here tomorrow morning thanks to winds picking up out of the south. And while we are going to be looking at a bit of a stronger wind speed over the day on Thursday, you're actually going to be looking at that wind chill value not being as impacted because of those southerly winds. So expect to feel wind chill value staying above 0 degrees tomorrow morning, and then get ready for an absolutely gorgeous end to our work week. 42 sunny skies, getting back above the average for this time of year, but like I mentioned, a little bit on the windier side as we go into our Friday forecast. So let's explain everything. So there's just a massive amount of dry air entrainment across not just the heartland, but a majority of the United States. There's just a couple sections like out here towards the Mexico border where you're seeing a lot of moisture, and keep that in mind. Keep this area here in mind as we go into our next graphic, and then we're looking at finally some drier conditions moving into our southern states here along the Gulf, which have just been inundated with rain and storms day after day, where they're actually looking at some concerns for early spring flooding once again this year. So a big concern here right down along the Gulf for some major flooding issues as we go into the end of February and the start of March. But let's take a look at that 3-day weather pattern because, like I mentioned, this is going to be a big focus for us over the next several days. So high pressure departing the area today. This brought in this bitterly cold airflow that we're feeling right now. But as it pulls its way off to the southeast, that's going to allow this warmer air to pick up out of the south overnight tonight and then into Friday, helping boost those temperatures. But on Saturday, remember, this is where all that moisture was trapped. Take a look at the upper air pattern. What is it doing? It is pushing that moisture over right on into the Midwest, staying just south of the heartland. So a majority of the high-end rainfall amounts, the heavy rainfall, are going to fall especially along south of the Missouri River, but unfortunately then impacting the Gulf Coast once again, where that threat for early spring flooding is going to be increasing here with the likelihood of these systems just rolling right across our head. But this upper air pattern is going to help bring in all of that moisture that will then hit the heartland for our Sunday forecast. So we're going to look for a very dry and a warm Saturday before we get into this more of a wet and kind of a washout to our end of our weekend. So looking at rain, and I do mean rain, not dealing with snow for Sunday's forecast because we're going to stay very, very mild. So all this lifting up out from the southwest during the afternoon hours, looking at chances for moderate to even heavier rain showers at times, but we're not dealing with thunderstorm activity. We're not seeing enough energetic conditions in the atmosphere to help push in more of a thunderstorm threat, but pretty much just a general washout for the heartland, leaving us with, generally speaking, about an inch or less of rainfall when it's all said and done by later on Monday morning. And then, unfortunately, temperatures will be falling after that next storm system. But now let's go ahead and send it back to Ella.